Hey, look at you, all grown up and needing car insurance. You don't have to freak out if you got a driving record that's not so hot or worry if you aren't sure exactly what you need. Able Insurance has your back. Pass up the national insurance companies where you're just another number and keep your auto insurance right here in Charlottesville. 979-0814 is the number. AbleInsurance.com is the site.
Yeah.
What up, though, BallHawk Show.
Say it one more time.
What up, though, BallHawk Show.
What up, though? Welcome to the BallHawk Show podcast. I'm your host, Ahmad Hawkins, and I thank you for taking time out of your day, as always, man, to listen to the latest episode of the show. Before we get started, salute to my sponsor, Able Insurance. Go to ableinsurance.com for all your insurance need, home, business, auto, any insurance. Billy and Charlene White, the good people at Able Insurance, would definitely take care of you. Service in the state of Virginia for over 20 years. So if I sound a little different to y'all, man, I'm battling a little head cold, like the first time in 2 years, and with this weather being hot then cold, it done got your boy. But I had to go ahead and do a podcast. I was going to do it, Saturday, but felt under the weather, so I just got to get it done. You got to be tough. You got to be a warrior. So if you haven't already, man, it's your first time listening to the BallHawk Show, make sure you subscribe on any platform that you're listening to this podcast on. And also make sure you go to Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and provide that feedback. Salute to all the people over there at the Sabre for always sharing my content. And salute to the good people at VirginiaSports.com, Jeff White, for always providing great content that I could use as a resource, looking at stats and different player and team notes, man. So you always got to salute your sources. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. The Wahoos lost in the semifinals to Florida State, and we got a lot we got to talk about. Not a lot of stats, but it's going to be a long soapbox moment today. I don't think it's going to be a rant, but there's a lot of things we got to clear the air before we get to the, March Madness, the real tournament. So the Wahoos lost by 10 to Florida State, 69-59. This is the team that they beat soundly at John Paul Jones Arena. And this time around, Florida State made adjustments. They've been one of the hotter teams in the country. And it showed. They have athletes. They have a lot of size at the big man position. And it bothered us this game. And also the fact that they shot well from the field. Florida State, for the game, shot 56% from the field versus we shot 41% from the field, just 20% from three. And the theme this year for UVA in the losses has been that three-point column. Anytime we shoot less than 40%, that's when the loss has crept up. And I will say the second Duke game, they shot phenomenal from the three-point land, and that played a huge role in them beating us. But the first time Duke beat us, I think we shot less than 20% that game from three, and we know that came down to the wire. So the Wahoos lose their third game of the year, 29-3 on the season. Like I said, semifinals of the ACC tournament. Florida State went on to lose to Duke. Duke won the ACC tournament, number 1 overall seed. Virginia is the number 2 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. You look at individual stats, DeAndre Hunter led the way with 13 points. He was 50% from the field. He was 6 of 12. He did not hit a single three-pointer. He was 0 for 4, had 1 rebound and 2 blocks. Cal Guy had 11 points. All of those 11 points, I believe, was in the first half. Played 39 minutes. He was 3 of 8 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. Had 2 offensive rebounds, 4 assists to 2 turnovers, and also 2 steals. Ty Jerome, 10 points in 37 minutes. 4 of 13 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals. Kihei Clark played 29 minutes, had 9 points. He was 3 for 7 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, had 4 rebounds, 2 defensive and 2 offensive, 1 assist, no turnover, no steals. Jack Salt played 18 minutes, 8 points, 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 1 offensive. Braxton Key had 4 total points. The last time Braxton Key played for the state, he had 20 points. He played just 17 minutes, was 2 for 3 from the field, 4 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Monty Diakite played 13 minutes, 3 points. He was just 1 of 5 from the field. Did not register a rebound, had 2 fouls, 1 turnover, no blocks, which is, odd for Momdi because he's such a good rim protector and, a good defender. Jay Huff just played 7 minutes. He was 0 for 2 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 0 for 1 from 3, 1 point, had 2 fouls, 1 turnover, no blocks, no steals, no rebounds. As a team, for the game, I already stated, we shot 41%, shot just 20% from 3. We were 18% in the first half, 23% in the second half, 10 to 13 from the free throw line, 76%. Had 22 points in the paint, had 19 points off of turnovers, 8 fast break points, 8 second chance points. Florida State had 26 points in the paint, 12 points off of turnovers. They had 35 total rebounds to our 20 rebounds, and they had 9 offensive rebounds to our 7 offensive rebounds. And, of course, they will have more total rebounds because we missed so many more shots than they did. So for the game, they were 26 of 46 from the field. And you saw this game in the second half. Florida State made an adjustment. David Nichols came in, number 11 for Florida State, and Kihei was matched up on him. And he showed that he can score off a post-up. He made some tough turnaround shots on Kihei. And the thing about Kihei is Kihei's not going to get taller. He is who he is. So a lot of folks saying Kihei was getting beat like a drum, getting killed. Jay Billis kept emphasizing they're going right at Kihei. They're going right at Kihei. When you caught up in the game, you would have thought that Kihei played 29 minutes, and for 25 of those, everybody was scoring on him. It was those 3 flights. And it was actually when he was scoring his points also. Like they would score. He come down, shoot a 3. They score again. He made a long 2. He took a charge. Then they got into the paint again and made another tough one. And anytime it's some type of question mark, that kid's the target. And to me, it's getting pretty much tiresome. It's like beating a dead horse. Like people, we get it. We get it. Just like people think I'm an apologist for the team, right? People say, BallHawk, you just always taking up for them because you went there or because you're around the team. Truth be told, I tell a player how I feel straight to their face. It's just all about how you deliver it. And me, you continue to complain about Kihei playing a lot of minutes. It's old now. Like Coach Bennett's not going to change. They 29 and if you 29 and 3, how much changing will you really do? Think about the 3 losses you got. 2 of them came to the number 1 overall seed that rarely anybody can match up with. Then you lost to a Florida State team that's long and athletic that this time around made an adjustment, and the guy who was supposed to be beating Kihei to a drum made tough shots. It wasn't like he was just crossing Kihei, getting to the cup. He just shot over him, which that's what you do when you're taller than somebody. You can shoot over them. But your hand is still in the face. How many times have we seen, and I'm not pointing out any other players because the focus is key, but how many times have we seen guys not known as Kihei Clark run out to a 3, don't put their hand up, and they got to make a shot, and don't nobody talk about that? Or we may see a guy not known as Kihei Clark get blown by, somebody got an easy layup, but nobody say nothing about that guy. Or another player could just turn the ball over, but nobody say nothing about that guy. But it's Kihei's fault. Right? Like, we lose the game, we got nobody that can really give us any inside presence like we would like. It's Kihei's fault. It was ways that they took Cal Guy away. We didn't really adjust to where we can have a DeAndre Hunter. I would like for us to have DeAndre running a 2-man game with Ty Jerome, high pick and roll. I would love that. And I'm pretty sure Coach and this staff are probably looking at ways to feature your lottery pick that much more when teams are taking away your shooter and kind of making an adjustment and take away what you like to do, right? So that's the great thing about losses. A lot of teaching tools. It's like, yeah, you could complain, but what's your resolution, right? Let's look at it. Like, you look at everything. And the reason why I kind of tread lightly when I get on my podcast, because the easiest thing to do after a loss is to point the finger, and beat somebody down. And I'm not saying every fan beats Kihei down. I'm not saying that. But you got people saying that Coach Bennett need to be fired because he played Kihei too much. Or if you think Kihei not good, you think Kihei good, you should get like assaulted by. You know what I'm saying? Like facetious things like he getting beat all game. He always getting beat. And it's to those folks where I like to engage as much as I can on social media without really offsetting them by talking down about another player. Like, that's what I always try to stay away from on social media, is that because people take you debating their topic as if, oh, Hawk is dissing this player because he said this. That's not me. So even on my podcast, I'm not going to sit up here and say, well, if you look at Kihei, what about this guy? Because I was going to do that. Like, I had ammo blaze. It's written right here. I was going to go at each individual player and be like, so you ain't going to say nothing about him doing this. You ain't going to say nothing about this one doing that. But it's not going to get us anywhere. It's not going to get us anywhere because at the end of the day, I'm not on this microphone trying to change your beliefs. I'm just trying to provide glass half full thoughts and to keep people sane, because if you go the negative route and you point the finger at a certain kid, that's on you. That's on you. That's fine. What's your resolution? You know, people say, well, we take Kihei out, we put this group here, this and this and that. And I say that there's one thing I can say about Florida State and a couple other teams lately. What they've been doing is they've been denying Ty Jerome the basketball when we try to inbound it. Or they try to make Ty Jerome overexert himself by dribbling the ball up 90 feet, being constantly pressured, right? And then on the defensive side of the ball, really making him work also. So I can see the theory with Coach Bennett of having Kihei in the game also, because it's spots in those minutes that he's in there with Ty Jerome that you can have Ty off the ball, or you can have Ty kind of get different spots in the game to, quote, rest. I'm saying that in air quotation. But let's be honest. Cal Guy is our J.J. Redick. Cal Guy is our Cal Korver, right? He's our shooter. Do we really want 5 bringing the ball up the court if Ty Jerome's getting denied? Do we really want DeAndre Hunter really bringing the ball up the court? Because when you think about how our offense is generated, think of the 2 guys who usually have the ball in their hands to set the play and get everybody in motion. It's usually 0 or 11, right? So if the coaches can implement something to where Cal Guys initiating the offense and they feel comfortable with that, I'll leave that to the coaches. Me personally, I don't think that's Cal Guys' strong suit. Like, you always want to put players in the best position to succeed. You can't hide a guy, or your weakness is going to be exposed sooner or later. And Kihei's weakness is he's short and he's not a consistent shooter. He doesn't have the consistent mentality to continue to shoot. And we got shooters on our team who don't consistently pull the trigger and shoot. You feel what I'm saying? So with Kihei, he's not going to get any taller. And guys are going to shoot over him. It just is what it is. You got that. Everybody, you got me on that. But I'm just not going to let you just run with a narrative like he get killed all game. He was getting beat like a drum. I know Jay Billis got overly zealous and was just like, oh, they keep going at him. They went at him 3 times. It was 3 straight fights. Yeah, they went at him, and dude made tough shots. Florida State made tough shots all game. That same dude, David Nichols, made a tough shot over our best defender. He danced on DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter had a hand in his face. He elevated and splashed it. But we can live with it because DeAndre 6'8", 6'7", 7-foot wingspan, and 2, he's the defensive player of the year. So we're going to give exceptions to the rule depending on a player. Like Kihei can't do any wrong. If Kihei is hesitant on the shot, see, that's why he shouldn't be in there. If Kihei gets to the basket and the shot get blocked, see, that's why he shouldn't be in there. If Kihei guy drives through the lane and scores, that's why he shouldn't be in there. We got to stop with this mentality. Dude, we 29-3. Like, God, dog. Really? That's what we do? Because when things go well, it's, damn, I can't say nothing about them. That's how you know you got to kind of reevaluate the way you look at things. Because I know there's a lot of y'all out there that when that kid does well, you mad. You truly are mad. You'll keep you guys will say, oh no, I want you to serve me. If you can serve me shut the hell up juice and Kihei does good, I'll drink it. No, the hell you won't. You sitting there mad as hell. Like, well, the only reason why he did this is because of this. Does Kihei struggle with a shot? Absolutely. Absolutely. He know his role. He's not a shooter. He's a facilitator. He wants to draw guys. He wants to dribble, drive, and dish. That's it. At this point in his career, can y'all look? Let's think about for the past couple of years. Let's think about the guys we hold near and dear to our heart, right? The Malcolm Brogdons. You remember Malcolm Brogdon when he was playing? And I'm saying this air quotations, the point guard versus VCU here years ago when he had about, I don't know how many, he had a lot of turnovers. You remember how everybody felt about Malcolm Brogdon? Oh, you remember how they felt about Leonard Parentes? I know Leonard Parentes shot great from the three-point line, but you remember how everybody was iffy about him? And I'm not saying, let me put this out there right now. I'm not saying that Kihei is going to be as great as them. I'm not putting him on their level. Because on Facebook, you get that a lot. People just see that and they be like, oh, you comparing. No, it's called an analogy. What I'm saying is this. Slow your roll. I understand youth. I understand how this kid got thrust into a role that nobody thought he would be and nobody thought he would start. Matter of fact, nobody didn't see him playing this many minutes and nobody saw him being a starter. When he first got here, everybody was like, who is this short kid? And all of a sudden, he became a fan favorite. You remember everybody had a poll. What's the nickname he was going to be and this and this and that. And when he got hurt, how everybody was wondering like, oh man, he was coming to his own. He was helping Ty with the ball handling. And then he playing with a cast and everybody loved his heart. First time he played for Virginia Tech, he was hitting threes from the corner. And he had that Miami game where Ty didn't play and he had 6 turnovers. And then after that, we played North Carolina and stuff. And Kobe White killed him, ball hawk. Kobe White was killing him. I'm saying to myself, Kobe White is going to get drafted in the NBA in the first round. Kobe White kills damn near everybody. Everybody. Now, he ain't going to kill DeAndre Hunter because he's the exception to the rule. He is a damn man when it comes to playing D. That's why he was a defensive player of the year. So that's what people say. Well, he didn't kill DeAndre Hunter. Duh, he shouldn't. He's our best. He's the best defender in the ACC on the ball between him and Trey Jones. And speaking of Trey Jones, Kobe White be giving him that work. But people, you see what Kobe White did to Kihei? Like Kobe White is trash can juice. I think I really and a lot of folks hate when I get on these tangents on the podcast, and I'm a realist, man. I say what's on my heart. I just think it's just. I'm not saying you can't have constructive criticism for a player or you can't second guess a coach, no matter how successful they are, because that's what losses do. Losses have you second guessing things. Losses keep you humble. Losses have you reevaluating what you do and can you make the necessary adjustments. But what I will say about this, Florida State played a phenomenal game. I'm not going to lose sight in that. They shot 58% from the field. As a collective group, we was not good on the defensive side of the ball. As a collective group in the paint with our bigs, Jack Salt was our best big man in the ACC tournament. Think about that for the naysayers about Jack Salt. Jack Salt was our most effective and our best big man in the ACC tournament. One of our better shooters struggled in the ACC tournament, and he's still ready for that action coming up versus Gardner-Webb. Our best shooter got shut out in the second half. That's a testament to Florida State. That is. They made an adjustment. They made sure 5 is not going to beat us. We're going to put a long, athletic defenders on 5. Can you shoot over this wingspan? Can you dribble drive versus these athletes? And I will say this about Cal Guy. He has some great passes, man. He showed his playmaking skills. He definitely did that. He demonstrated that he could adjust. I just would like for us personally. Here's my thing. I want to see us devise more plays for DeAndre Hunter to showcase him, because I felt like the way the game was going with Ty struggling from the field for another game and for Cal getting taken out of the game, what they were doing defensively, I would have loved to see DeAndre setting the high screens. Not Jack Salt, not ACCT, but I would love to see DeAndre come out there and be the high screen and roller or the high screen pick and pop, because you get a switch to where he could end up on a guard, to where he get his triple threat, to where if you do it from the elbow, you could basically ISO him on one side now, to where the help hazards declare. I would love to see us have ways to where we can ISO DeAndre. And I'm pretty sure Coach has something, and he may not. Maybe that's just not Coach. Coach is like, look, man, we lost because we wasn't good on the defensive side of the ball. And that's Coach's philosophy. I'm not $1 million coach. So his word going to trump mine. His thought process is going to trump mine. Who the hell am I? I'm just a former football player that's talking about basketball right now. That's it. Just like you a fan at home with your Mike's Hard Lemonade talking about Kihei suck. That's all we are. We got opinions. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one. Either you constipated and you don't say it and you don't use them and you don't communicate it much, or you got diarrhea and that's all you do is blurt it out. But look, man, we 29-3. A lot of people said they wasn't worried about the ACC tournament. I pay attention. And some of y'all that was saying the ACC tournament didn't matter was complaining heavily about us losing in the ACC tournament. I don't get it. You can't have it both ways. And then a lot of you won't. A lot of y'all was like, I don't care about this. It is what it is. Let's go to the NCAAs. We better make the Final Four at least. And I can respect that. Me personally, I was mad because I want to win everything. I want to win that checkers. I want to win that Uno. I want to win that spades. I want to win. And I like how our players are approaching this to where they're not afraid to talk about last year. They're gonna meet it right in the face. But that's it, man. I ain't had too much analytics. I just wanted to get that out there because I felt like, I don't know, man. Maybe my Napoleon complex is kicking in, and Kihei about the same height as me, and it's like, well, shoot, he giving you his all. He's short. That's something that's always gonna happen to him. Somebody gonna shoot over, and maybe Coach Bennett really takes to Kihei because he played also with Muggsy Bogues. So maybe that's why Coach keeps him in, because Muggsy used to get up under people full court, but then you knew that you could post up Muggsy Bogues, and that was the deficiency of having him play. You live and you learn. But like I said, man, the Wahoo's number 2 overall seed. They're in the South bracket. They playing the running Bulldogs from Gardner-Webb. It's going to be an interesting game because they're no longer athletic also. Wahoo's, they're in South Carolina. So if you're going out there, definitely be safe. We're in the South region. Tennessee is a part of that region as a number 2 seed. I saw some people saying Virginia has the easiest road, and then I look at first things first, and they're saying Duke got the easiest road. So I don't know who got the easiest road. All I know is we taking one game at a time, and this is the most I could talk because this cold is kicking my hind part. So you know the motto, good is the enemy of great. Be great in everything that you do. Stick together. Just stick together, man. God, dog. BallHawk, I'm out.
I want the whole world spin my record. Cheryl, the hoodie styles, check game, stay free records. Oh, shorty girl fed to death in a massaging. Bad news, even be massaging. I got a fitted head, I be massaging. Pinky rings on my finger, I'm massaging. I got a speedboat concert cause I massage. I coming through about a whole Econo Lodge. I be massaging, I be massaged. I'm coming through with Cadillacs and massaging. Yeah, boats I'm constantly massaging. I got GPS's, I be massaging. I catch croaker fish cause I'm massaging. I like a macaroni plate, I be massaging. Even oodles and noodles, I be massaging. Straight out the ghetto cause I'm massaging. massaging. I got $10, I be massaging. I got $1,000, I be massaging. I got 22 cents and be massaging. I take a penny and be massaging. I tell shorty girl fat, I be massaging. Your big two, I be massaging. I be massaging, I be massaging. I got a GPS steering wheel massaging. Whole share road chain be massaging. I got a Uzi, I be massaging. I got a 12 gauge pump, I massage. I got 100,000, I massage. Ain't broke, I be massaging. I stay paid, I be massaging. I stay late, I be massaging. I hit the pool all night cause I'm massaging. She wanna come through loaded and massage. Whole team, we massage. Bad new posse constantly massage. Ain't no joke, I be massaging. Even the bacon and eggs, I be massaging. Polo shirts, Chateau Adidas, I be massaging. I love you, sweetie cake. Spin my record, let me give you the game. On how to get rich. Take a penny and flip a penny. Then 40 billion. Why? I be massaging. What? Car steering wheel. I be massaging. The whole label of the State Free Records in the VA. Oh, we be massaging. Let's have a money shot.